ladies, this is just a little live video that I thought I would come on and do to just to let you know a little bit more detail about the blessing bags that I'm putting together for Rachel's House Trust. So I felt that I didn't really have quite enough time to explain all that to you before I had to before we moved on to other things, or before I had to rush out the door the other day. So first of all, I would just like to give you a little bit of history as to why I personally chose Rachel's House Trust as an organisation to do the blessing bags for, and that reason is due to the nature of the work that I did in Japan when I was there with Youth with a Mission. So I was in Youth with a Mission in Japan for 22 years, and during that time I helped to start an adoption agency and a crisis pregnancy counselling ministry. Now, my particular job during that time was training counsellors and also doing a lot of the counselling of the young ladies who called for help, and it was a really worthwhile experience, and I just really loved interacting with those young mums or young mums to be, and helping to give them an alternative to the accepted abortion as their only choice of action when they got pregnant. So I'm really excited to be able to do this for Rachel's House Trust, and I just feel a real just an affinity with that ministry, and I didn't know it existed until just recently. So it is something that I would definitely consider working with, even as a volunteer or something later down the track. So one thing that I can do for them now is this blessing bag project that I'm working on. So I have been in touch with the people at Rachel's House, and they're in the process of, I really need to turn my camera around just a moment, and the sun's going to poke into my room. Just a moment, I'll turn my camera so that, okay, there we go. So now you can see. So this is a little leaflet that Rachel's House Trust are putting out soon, and it has some information on the back of this little leaflet. This is a leaflet that will go to hopefully get into the hands of the young women who need the help of Rachel's House Trust, excuse me. And so that's part of the work that they do. Now, they're also on Facebook, and they have their own website, and I'll put the links to that website in the comments under this video when I'm done. So so for me to be able to participate in this project of creating blessing bags for them is just a real special opportunity for me. So now, as part of the blessing bag, so I've just got like a little sample blessing bag here, and I've put things in it that I just had around the house that I thought the kind of things that I would like to put in it. So one of the main things is just this really lovely, when I can get it out of the bag, this really lovely hand cream. It's just so nice, and it just makes your hands feel really lovely, and so it's a really special hand cream that will just help them to feel a little bit super spoiled. And some of the things that could go in it are something like a fancy pair of socks. Okay, this is just out of my drawer, nice and clean though. And these are fancy tissues. I did get to open them today at church for somebody to use, but that's okay. This is just an example of what would go in it. And this is a little notebook that Maureen actually bought me a while ago and gave that to me. So, but just pretty little things like this that might just help them to feel special, or something like a crossword book, or a Sudoku book, or an adult colouring book might even go in it. There's just some little lip balm and a pretty pen that I had, you know. So this is the kind of thing that I want to be able to put into the blessing bags. And so what I'm actually doing is I am asking for $30 to cover the cost of each bag. So I'm looking for sponsors. So whether somebody wanted to sponsor a bag personally, or whether you wanted to go together with somebody, or for say 3 people to put in $10 to go towards a bag, that also is an option. The other option is a teacher from North Lowburn School asked if there was something that her students could do. So she's this week coming up, she's got her students, got a plan for her students to create some small handmade cards to go into the bags, and just with some encouraging comments in it, or just a little personal note from a little friend at North Lowburn School, which I thought was a really special touch. So if you have something that you think that might go nicely into the bag, then that also would be an option. I think I mentioned that I'm aiming for 35 bags. At the moment I have enough for 10, so any little bit helps. So if you think that you could even $5, $10, or like I said, something to go in the bag, that would be absolutely awesome. And one of the things that I do plan to do for all of the little knick-knack things, I'm hoping to put even more in the bags actually than what I've got there as a sample. I'm travelling to Japan for a couple of weeks from November 19th, and if I can possibly have all of the bags sponsored by that time, that would be absolutely awesome. And what I plan on doing is shopping in Japan for those little knick-knack items, because the $2 shop, which actually the idea actually originated in Japan, those shops have way more variety, and the quality is way better than our $2 shops here. And so I want to get some special little things for them there. Just as an example, the fluffy socks that you can get here that cost about $5, well, in Japan they're about $1.20. So the donations will go a whole lot further with things in Japan. So that's what I plan on doing. So if you would like to make a donation or add something to the bags, please feel free to let me know, and I look forward to partnering with you in this to bless these young ladies. So if there's anything that you'd like to discuss with it, feel free to message me below. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you for watching. Bye.